Hello, this is Colin Dawson again with another edition of the Political Minute. Basically, here goes the government again. Whether it's Democrat or Republican, and you just look at it and go, are we bringing the slaves back? Are we bringing slavery back? Are we wanting it to be just Oriental? Maybe it's just Hispanic Mexican. Since we're going to make sure that Latino is removed and there are no Jews involved in it or people who cannot be somehow genetically underneath Latino immune from Christian conversion. So, since we basically have slave labor already from this group, why is Joe Biden bringing it back, saying that people have to be vaxxed through OSHA because they're parts in a machine? Biological parts working in a factory. To be as openly honest with this as humanly possible, he's a Democrat. They made slavery. It's why they like walls around their houses and not for anybody else so you can breed together. It's like what all the laws of Moses are, is really just slave production. Everybody goes on that I just know enough to be dangerous and everything else. And I've already had death threats from the Jesus Christ family, a bunch of, Yahoo breakout Nazis, and a bunch of, fall out of the sky Nazis that said they technically made it into space. So, and since they don't have a country because, Nazi Germany's gone and all the other things out there, they can't ever be sent back home and have to be treated as ambassadors of space. Like certain pirates that washed up on the shores of Port Royal, Caribbean area. Anyway, I don't see where the legal part of this is because it's an FDA, Food and Drug Administration. So if the vaccine really is there and it's not just feel good stuff and like weird saline water, they have to put it through the FDA. They have to tell us if it's made from human situations, human embryos, or else like chicken eggs, like how the flu vaccine is. And they can mandate it. I mean, it's like Joe Biden, if it's like the best situation on this, wants everybody to sue him as much as Trump or more. And he's like, look, I've had more than Trump. When he could be, and I know he's older and he's getting tired. And he always plays Sleepy Joe over there in the corner learning everything. There's just not really anybody up there to learn from if he's going to stay domestic. And this is a domestic issue. He just needs to show that to the rest of the world, they can't really see our parts, and it works really good. But that's my own personal style, everything else. And I swear they really do have that thing where it pulls on my tag, like they all say they can, and it starts choking me. That's why everybody loves that tagless shirt. But anyway, with it, looking at everything here, the OSHA mandates will never stand up because people are not biological cogs in machines. We're not ladders. We're not conveyor belts. We're not anything else. It dehumanizes the situation. And people are still human in this country. There are people that can be deported from this country. Oh, wait, Mexicans, Latin Americans. Basically, they're saying they're the Confederates in return now from here, from some of the people that I'm going, well, the holiday labor came in about 2 weeks ago, honestly. And they're like, they never had so many Confederates with them, and they can't stand it anymore. And then moving back over to some other stuff. Granted, try and pick that up in like 3 different versions of like, South area native to Spanish to other Spanish to not Spanish and really, probably Honduran and Brazilian Portuguese because they all understand each other and they're all like a 4 or 5 way conversation. It's probably looking like how Congress does. But, any way out there with it, it's just like, this is just whatever it is at the gas station. I'm still going, they need a cover for their truck going to and from places, but, they're made of hard stuff. Let's see here. The OSHA regulations. I mean, seriously, It doesn't even require them to tell you where it was made at, like, the moon space base that supposedly SpaceX is going to take over or something in 4 years. Doesn't require any of that. It just requires what's in it. And it's like 24 days. We left it in an iguana egg embryo because we had so many of them down here in the Florida. That's really it. Or else they can say that it was made from the lymph nodes of the Mussolini family and everything else, so that we would all have like their immune system, because they're immune out to COVID 43, and they made up all these diseases, and somehow they had some group that was still doing things, and they go, "Can you be one of our sacrificial Hitlers?" Good, good. We're going to call you German now, even though you're like, somewhere furthest from Germany, and you just walk out there and, you know, give it to everybody. If it could like go throughout your whole body and just blow up, it'd be totally great. If they went to the FDA, they have to say that. But again, I digress into one of the local, um, you know, basic there, and then there's a sprinkling of World War I and 3 or 4 magic men that like messing with the areas on your body that are supposedly chakras. So they say that they can have complete control over it because Manchurian Candidate just wasn't good enough for anything. And, after a while, you get degenerative disc disease, and it's the only thing they can think of, but the nerves will be so bad and shot. They'll say it's probably because you were working out and staying thin. And they will not blame girls either, because look how cute they are. They killed off everybody who didn't have 4 abs before we even got involved in the war. And that was after they had 2 kids. There's just no way you're not going to have kids with them. If they'd let you. Anyway, the thing about OSHA being there, I mean, it is bringing slavery back. It is 100% saying people are parts of slavery. I mean, looking in all the different realms of whatever it could be, and just being like, is there anything? Oh wait, it's the Knoxville Cherokee banner that's still here in my room. Um, hmm, thinking maybe, maybe, maybe it's he's just trying to get everybody to hate the Democrats and disband the Democratic Party, saying that they're going back to slavery, or they need another like 125 years of reconstruction of their party since they're inside here in the borders of the USA. I mean, I'm just going with it. I mean, granted, he was basically born like what 20 years after the Civil War ended, so he knows the best about it. But just going with it. I know he's not that old. Come on, come on. But the elementary school kids are saying it. Anyway, moving on from here. Um, still staying on here with the constant review board assault and everything. But my back was really feeling it for like the last 48 hours. Right about the size of a Coke can, and it's probably just I'll probably get told that it's just a bunch of gay people around here. And it's like, I know we're like 60-70% gay or homosexual, bisexual, and transgender in this city alone. And I just look at it and go, really, there's not that many gay people that would sit around there and say, it's just queer because I'm a rapist and I know I can take you. Paris liked it. And I'm just going, whatever. you know, if you're things like a Coke can and something else, you've got a weird way, and you're still a virgin, but you're always a pitcher. I understand. Um, there's clubs, there's other people. I would not introduce you to my second cousin, Dennis, or anyone else out there that's out there. It's been publicly open on their websites or anything else. You're one of the groups that, if that's your only thing, saying you're not just trying to make me into your Republican or else your Supreme Democrat, like over at the mines and that you're smithing me to be that, and then you're constructing or crumpling me to be your best Republican. Review board and the yellow-haired people that say that they made YouTube downtown Knoxville and just have it running, and they have no money that comes to them because they want to see the entertainment and gather the information for Rome. And it's like, so long as you are an agent of Rome, kind of like a CIA operative in another place, and you just receive no money off of it, the USA just lets you operate for good or ill or whatever. Just Colin Dawson, like and subscribe, leave comments. Even like the ones that are bad. But, after basically having to sleep for like from 9 or 10 until whenever and just kind of like roll around and try and find another place to sleep in around here, I'm just going, well, Walmart is still better than you over harassment and everything else and the different racial supremacy groups like Coach Porter belongs to. But, whatever. It's not like you can't go to a club down here that's not basically Roman KKK from Mussolini. I'm just glad if I go to him, I don't have to have sex with anybody and be treated like, some sort of sex slave. It's like shore-grounded cabin boy. I was thin once.